Okay, so bit of a disappointment this go around. So I was, and thankfully none of them I was like super excited to. Yeah, I was like excited to get them, but one that was like most excited for, it was a reread anyways. So it didn't have just this local library, the library I go to pick up everything. But that library did not have Why the Last Man Volume One, which is insane because it's never been. Like it's one of those books that you're like, it's kind of like an evergreen, if you will. Like they're bound to have it. Like, they've never not had it, but this time they did. It was volume one of Giant Days. I was gonna read that for the first time. I will actually reread it, but then finish the. I don't think I even finished the first volume. I think I'd given it one issue. That's why I got so confused with Lumberjanes. If I had read Lumberjanes before, apparently I didn't. And then they didn't have Jonah and the Impossible Monsters Volume 2. Still didn't have that. I'm so far behind that series. I might as well just start from the beginning. I probably won't find it. It's not that long ago. There's another one I want to say. Well, one of them was originally, I was like, oh, I can't find it, and it was in a different section. So let's get on with it. Without further ado. And also, Mark wasn't there, so I couldn't give him his books back. Ooh, I should not have said it by name. Usually a library guy. Oh well. Alright, so this one, so first 6 up are OGNs. And if you saw my live stream, I went over like a kind of a bullshit thing that happened on that Saturday when I went with my cousin I streamed with, Logan's Media Hub. But I might read one of these per day. I probably, because I want to, maybe, that wouldn't even make any sense either. I don't know. But continuing on, first up is This One Summer by Mariko Tamaki. I have been told to check this out. Near My Condition recommended it heavily to all of his subscribers in one of those kinds of videos. And I always wanted to check it out. I just never remembered it. But then when I got Supper Club, they were saying this is one of the, along with Rand Telgemeier, they said fans of This One Summer will like this one, that kind of thing. And I was like, okay, once and for all, I'm going to read it. Got a lot of, like, awards, though. I think when they win an award, that's, I can't read this, called, I can't, they use the stupidest, font for it. But I don't think it's a, you got a Pulitzer, right? It's not Pulitzer. No. Wait, is it? No. But I did like Harley Quinn, so I'm bound to like this one too. Same author. Shut that in there. They sometimes give you little slips of paper that just say what's wrong with it, but they're saying like some pages are. Oh, bent, not torn. Okay, good. So I was looking through it and I was like, these aren't torn, but it's bent. That's fine. It's a library book, anyways. But even then, I like them to be in somewhat good condition, like still readable condition. And we have Relish, another book they were making comparisons to on that Supper Club book. Since I like Supper Club, I'm sure I just should probably another one I like. Although, flipping through it, I should have checked to make sure there's a lot of this junk here. Right here. Where are you? Right here. These things here tells you how to make the items. Probably skip that when I read it. I am not a cook. Nor will I ever be. So the next one is by Julio Anta, who did Home. And I did not expect to see this, have anything by this guy. I didn't, that my library had. But this is Frontera. Oh, great. They say Latinx, not Latino. Great. I'm in for it. I know what I'm in for when I pick up a Julio Anta book nowadays. Because of Home. I know I'm picking. I know I should expect that. But it was a quote. It wasn't him. It wasn't him himself that was saying that. Wouldn't that be funny if authors started doing that and they like not as a joke, but to just no one's gonna see it anyways. No one's gonna notice, and they just put their own quotes. Scott Pilgrim Volume 4, 2 more of these, and then we're done, and I'll probably watch the movie afterwards. I was going to watch it a while ago, but then I kind of decided to wait until I finish all the books, and then I can do a real comparison. Pride of Baghdad by Brian K. Vaughan. This is one I read before, and I remember really, really liking it. Cannot wait to read this one again. It's pretty quick too. Flipping through it. Might just read that one first. And then The Private Eye. Now this is an Image comic, and it's by Brian K. Vaughan. So why isn't this one I decided to get myself? Well, because of this. I am never going to get a widescreen comic because of the formatting. It is so damn annoying to read a book like that. When I was reading Echolands, I had to bend it like this, and I can't even do that with this book. But I had to bend it backwards like that, pretty much. And thankfully, Echolands was the way that it was printed. It was easy to do that with, and it didn't affect anything. You know, you would have been none the wiser I had done it, unless I said something. But yeah, the worst format of comics just ever. I do not like this format. At least the omnibuses, yeah, they're huge and it's like a huge hardcover, but at least it's a comfortable format to read. And yeah, if you have it on your lap for too long, your legs will probably break or something like that. But at least I can find a way to read them pretty easily. And even that's kind of annoying, but still, like this is the sole reason why I didn't count to this. And then it was Barrier by Brian K. Vaughan as part of my I need everything he's done for Image Comics. And also on the shelf, even if I put it like this, if I put it's like a double-edged sword. If I put it like this, I can't tell what the book is. Yeah, I would know, but it's gonna look stupid on my shelf. If I put it like this, it's gonna be even worse because I put it next to two books like here. Like so. And I put it like that, and then it's going to look even worse. And that's just with paperbacks. Imagine a hardcover. So, but I did still want to read this. If they had Barrier, I would have gotten that too. But I still want to read this series. But it's like the only time I read this series. I mean, it was at least it was a digital first. Like it's a web comic, so you can read it on your computer comfortably because it's a computer. Let me have the first. I think I said 15. Yeah, first 15 are all rereads. It's still a high number, a very high number that I like it being that high. I get when it's like, I would say a good number would be 10, because I don't mind having a bunch of rereads, and some of these I haven't read in a long time anyways, but it's still kind of, I like to have more newbie movies, as I say. I'm not going to call it like that, but I said 16, because I added one. Captain Marvel, Volume 1, this is a revamped series. I do have Volume 3, Volume 3, which is a crossover with the Avengers. But that's not a reread, because I didn't know that until after I was like almost done with the whole entire series itself, and I was like, at that point I was like, screw it. And I think I looked it up, and the way that the old catalog was, I still do use, but the way that the old catalog was, I have a new catalog, there are 2 catalogs now. But the way that older one was is that you even looking up, it's the title, the whole entire title, Avengers: The Enemy Within, it wouldn't show up, or it would just show up as the ebook. But then you would have, and they would obviously have it, and then you would be annoyed. And you find it like months later and be super pissed off. It's like, oh, I forgot back then, but it's too late now because I'm done with the series anyway. It doesn't really matter. Moon Girl, Double Dinosaur, Volume 3, right? Well, right here, Volume 3. Sometimes I'll cover it with this, and it makes me so mad because sometimes they won't even have the common decency to put on the side Volume 3. But it's one of 2 things. One of 3 things. They either have it right here, they put it on the side here as part of their sticker, or they don't have it at all. Let's see, does it show it here? That's not a good example. I'm going to try my best to, well, I'll probably do some, because I think it was Volume 10 didn't have with the series, but they had Volumes 11 and 12, and that completes the series of the Star Wars Legacy series by John Ostrander. This one was really damn good. There's a Dark Horse era too, by the way, but they revamped it. When Marvel got the license, they did the Epic collections for the Dark Horse series, which I think is the best way to go. Omnibus too. Yeah, they do have omnibuses in that series too. I think that series exactly too. Archie Volume 5 of 6, so we're almost done with this one too. Wonder Woman Volume 8, nice, still artwork by David Finch. Wonder Woman Volume 8, Continuing Meredith Finch's underrated as hell run. Oh, this is not a reread. So that actually, it was back to what I said before. It is whatever the number I said it was. It's minus that. I think I said 16, so it's 15. I think. I don't know. I'll say when we're done with the rereads, anyways. Sandman by Neil Gaiman. Reading this series again. Secret Avengers. And also, because one of the books I got was like, they said, oh, very similar to Sandman. I was like, alright, I'll pick that up. I'll pick up Sandman again. Although it's probably a lot I'm gonna remember. I feel like Sandman is that series, instead of doing 6 months, I need to do at least a year. Which I think it's been a year, so. Still adhering by my rule. Secret Avengers Volume 3, God Level. Why say the whole entire thing? Secret Avengers Volume 3, because I was on, comic haul mode. I have different kind of modes. I don't, because like for this, I'm not going to say collecting issues 11 to 15. I will do that in my comic haul because it's a book I own. For the library book, I have so many library books that I kind of, I'll cut corners where I need to cut corners, but not enough corners. Not like corners, not corners I don't need. Secret Avengers Volume 3. You guys get what I'm saying. I'm trying to say, like, I don't want to cut corners that I don't need to cut. Like, not saying if I've read the book or not. Like, that's a corner I shouldn't cut. But not saying what each book collects, like, how many issues it collects. Yeah, I'm not going to say that. With a library haul book, it's a comic haul, yes, I will. Because there's very, very few times where I'd have more comics in my comic haul than library haul. Usually it's more in the library haul. Looney Tunes, well, at least nowadays. DC Looney Tunes, this is one that a bunch of writers, like, that I really like, write DC book. We have Sam Humphries, you have Frank J. Barbiere, you have Steve Orlando, there's Tom King, too. I have read this before, and I remember liking it, but I think I still have it here, too. So I should keep that there. And because it's just a reread, do kind of like a years later kind of thing, or months later kind of thing, where I compare, like, oh, I said this one was terrible, but now I kind of like it, because I reread it, and that kind of thing. I always my phone in the stupidest places. Let's see if I still have it. I'm sure I do. I would have had no reason to get rid of it. Yep. And it was 11/10/22. Holy shit, that was like a year ago. Wow. It's been a long time. Yeah, DC Looney Tunes. I remember really liking it, but there is a second one I'm pissed they didn't have. Because they have, and it's not DC Looney Tunes 2, actually it is. So maybe what I'll do is next time they're both on sale, I'll get them both and just have them on Kindle. Doctor Strange Volume 2 of Jason Aaron's run. And still the hardcover. They have like this weird thing with the hardcover where it almost feels like it's dirty. For Volume 1, I didn't have that. So it's obviously the way that the library is. It's not the hardcover. With the library, it's the library's fault, not publishers. Because Volume 1, I didn't notice this, but it's almost like it comes off on your hands. Like, not that the ink is coming up on your hands, but like it's almost like it's dirty. Maybe it is kind of ink too, but it's kind of a weird feeling with their hardcovers. That's why I always like them when it's a soft cover. 2 volumes, so actually, my god, it's 14. No, I did count. I did count it right. Because I got 2 volumes of Justice League International. And the reason why I did that was because it's 2... I do that for 2 volumes. But if it's a 2-volume series and my local library has it, I'll just say screw it and get them both at the same time. I remember liking this one. I remember this being kind of like one of those new 52 books that was actually pretty damn good. And honestly, I've yet to read a bad new 52 book. I kind of do feel like the new 52 hate is a bit unwarranted. I even like the Superboy one. It was before I only read the first volume, sure, and I didn't like it enough to want to continue it because that's all the library had. That's all the library had was that first volume. But I even like that one. I even like the Teen Titans Scott Lobdell run. But that was obvious. But that was only with doing my own headcanon, saying to myself, this is not the Teen Titans that we remember. It's a different interpretation, which it is, and it's supposed to be. And yeah, it doesn't feel like a Teen Titans book. I'll give it credit where credit is due. I do understand why people don't like that run, but I still like it. Not my favorite Teen Titans run either. Batman Volume 3, I Am Bane. Why do I keep saying it? Why I keep doing that? I'm in comic haul mode. It's not comic haul mode. This one does. I don't usually go over what I collect. Speaking of, comic haul mode versus library mode, but this one in the middle of this run, of this volume is going to be the Flash Batman the Flash, the Button. So I will be reading that along with it. Let's go grab that right now. So I'll be reading it after. Yeah, where is it? It's right. I actually wasn't with my other hardcover of Batman. Come on, where are you? Way over here. Oh, somebody did that. What the hell is it? I put some. No, I would have put my Batmans together, I would think. There it is. I just didn't see it. So what exactly does this collect? I'm pretty sure I'm right. Yeah, it's 21-22 of Batman and 21-22 of The Flash. So that one I'll be reading too. And it is a reread, so I can count it. That's the side, because I won't be getting that right away. And actually, I might as well just go in the right order too. Be kind of like, it's not a bad idea either. I'll count it as being 4 more issues, which is fine. America Chavez made the USA, the better America Chavez run. Still has fair share of problems, sure, but it was still much better than the Gabby Riviera run. Or Rivera, I guess her actual name. I say Riviera. I think everyone says Riviera. That's why I say Riviera. Robin, Son of Batman, one I have not read in a long, long time. Whoa. Okay, I should put this like that now. Having it all stacked on a book that is much smaller than the rest. That is, I should have known with my many years of playing Jenga, which is like, I've played Jenga a long time, but it's one of those things you always remember if you played Jenga before. Walking Dead, Book 9 out of 15. So we're almost there. And actually, we're getting to the Negan stuff, too, which is, like, that was when Walking Dead, like, hit its absolute peak, and it was, like even though before it was really interesting, and I liked those, and, like, those kinds of, even though it wasn't, like, it was still good the first 99 issues, that 100th issue was, like, where it hit its peak. Which is saying a lot, was my point. Yet again, reading Aspar, also known as All-Star Batman and Robin. This is one of those books that I have to read just like every 6 months. I'm like contractually obligated to do that. It's so damn good. I actually really like this book. In all the worst ways, yeah, it's just so bad it's good, but it's kind of like it's really hard to explain. It is kind of like the Rum of comics for me. I have the Rum, but that Tommy Wiseau movie. I hope I don't have to explain to you guys. I really hope that I don't have to explain to you guys what the Rum is. I'm not going to, because I'm gonna hope that you guys know what I'm talking about. If you don't, look it up. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be mean, but if you don't know what the Rum is, you have been living under a rock for the longest time. You've been living under a rock for your whole entire life, because no one here should be. I would say at the very least 2006. Well, my cousins, he was 2005. So yeah, I would say 2006, 2007. But it's just so funny to me because I still think of anything above 2004 to be super young, like way more younger than I am, and that kind of thing. Another Batman book, so 3 Batman books this time around. This is one because I didn't have Why the Last Man. I decided to do this so I could have a Brian K. Vaughan book to read. To take from my collection, Batman by Brian K. Vaughan. Well, why not? Spider-Man Deadpool Volume... Oh, this is a good example. So they have it right here. They say Volume 8. They get their own sticker because their stickers are covering where it says Volume 8. So yeah, like I said, one of 3 things. Yeah, Volume 8 of Spider-Man Deadpool. This thing collects 4 issues. Yep. It's so scummy. I get it, it's only 1 story arc, but you can put 2 stories. Honestly, they should have just done 41 to 50 and just charged $24.99. It's just so scummy when look how thin this book is. It's probably the size of that Fantastic Four mega issue, because it was celebrating 60 years. And it's not scummy, it's still a good price of this book, $15.99. Like 2 more issues, and I would have said, well, that's a steal, but it's still kind of annoying to me. That's why I'm so glad I get these books from my local library. I'd be so pissed I spent money on this. Yeah, I like this series. I don't know. It's debatable whether or not I would have been pissed because of how much I like the series. Still kind of annoying. It's at the very least kind of irritating. Gotham City Sirens, book 2 of 2. like I said, so far this series has been so damn good. The first 13 issues were really damn good. Let's hope the next 13 are good. I don't know why I didn't do 14 or 15, and it just made it 30 issue series. So I wouldn't have minded that. But I like the first few issues, or the first book I really liked. And so far, like I even with only having read half the series, I would already say to get the omnibus. That's how good it was. Like, it somehow exceeded my already high expectations. This is where does it say it? Rob Williams' run of Star Wars Rebellion, Volume 1. I really hope this isn't like continuing where this left off. Let's see. Does not seem like it. Nope. Okay, good. We just start Vader. That's pretty cool. Because you never know what the Dark Horse books is. The Dark Horse one I was just showing off, the other Star Wars one I had read before, the Dark Horse stuff, that was taking place after Episode 6. But you really never know. Yeah, this one is another Star Wars, the Star Wars Epic Collection, the New Republic Legends. But this one says it takes place after Episode 6. Which I've not read that. I've not read that. I've not watched all the first trilogy, which I should. If I've watched all of the sequel trilogy, I really should be watching all of the original trilogy. I've no excuse. If I, okay, I said I was kind of skeptical to watch Episode 6. I haven't heard that. I heard it's good, but it's kind of like not as good as the ones that came before, and it's from what the downsides I've heard are kind of like ones I don't like, kind of thing. Like it was too kiddish and like even more so. But I don't think I should. It should be like I'm not gonna read because that one. I want a reason. Avengers Arena Volume 2. Oh, we're done with the rereads, by the way. As of after Aspire, we're done with them. Yeah, Avengers Arena Volume 2. So this one is pretty interesting. This is John Constantine Hellblazer. Now this is like Hellblazer volume, probably like 20 or something, and I'm only reading the first like 15 at best. I stopped after the Garth Ennis run because I didn't have that next run. But I did have this one for whatever reason. So I'm hoping that reading this one I won't be too confused, like, okay, who's this character? Why are we suddenly here? Like, it'll be super confusing to someone who hasn't caught up. We shall see, though. But the reason why I got this one was because Andy Deagle wrote it. And I'm surprised I never saw that one. I think I always saw it, but I always ignored it because I was like, I don't want to do that. Because, again, like I said before, the whole thing with having not caught up in that series. Having not caught up to that point in the series yet. West Coast Avengers Volume 2. Now, let's see how many issues they got to. That makes sense. 10 issues. Gotham City Garage, Volume 2. Lumberjanes, Volume 3, right? Yep, Volume 3. Well, at least I don't have a whole lot to say about them because I'm on the 3rd volume of the series. I'm like, same thing I said before, with like Gotham City Garage. It just looked interesting. Oh yeah, this one actually this one have Ming Doyle artwork? No, it doesn't. Why'd they say Ming Doyle if they... Let's see. It's from the actual book itself. No, yep, they're here. Sorry. I take that back. Oh, nice. Derek Robertson artwork. Nice. Yeah, Gotham City Garage was just I really only picked up that. I was looking up Ming Doyle. I saw this one. I thought it was like one of those kiddie books. And that was a reason why I never saw it. It was like kind of like that World of Reading kind of thing, but it wasn't, obviously. But that's just the 2nd volume of the series, all 2 volumes. Lumberjanes is 3rd volume. I don't know. It seems to have a lot of this series. I think at least 20 volumes. It's fine if my local library or interloan library has all the volumes. Avengers: The Enemy Within, as I was saying, and then last but not least, Suicide Squad Blaze. This is a Simon Spurrier run. I put it in a few months ago. They didn't have it. And I figured that, that's just because it was too new when I put it in. That was the reason for why. This is one that I just kept forgetting to get. This was released around the time that I was still getting single issues, and I completely forgot to get this book. It was I know it was around the time they released the other, at least around the time they released the other Suicide Squad Black Label book. That was the specifically it was the Brian Azzarello one, which I have read. 3 issues here. I don't know why I thought it was 4. Looks to be pretty thin though. I don't know why it looks like to be thinner. Yeah, let's actually do an actual thing here. Let's see. Because it looked like it was, each issue was shorter than the Wonder Woman one was. I can't tell. Oh wait, right here. Does it say? Why does it say? Okay, it says to be continued, so I imagine that's all 1 issue. So yeah, it is the same amount of pages. Okay, I could have looked it up. But yeah, Suicide Squad Blaze. Simon Spurrier is a very hit or miss writer for me. But it's DC stuff I've seen to like. I've seen to like all of his DC stuff. And to this is Independence that I didn't really like. So I didn't like his. I really did not like his The Spire. And there was another one that I didn't like. That was like a gay boy, but he looked like a girl. He was black. And it was like, I think it was like Ghost or something. He was fighting some supernatural shit, and it was like really annoying and boring. A lot of stuff was like that. There's that infamous series, Coda. Coda is one that, not the one I was just talking about. Coda is a different one, completely different. Coda I liked, as it went along I really liked it, but it didn't have volume 3, and I wasn't like really all that. I probably will reread Coda. I should. Probably next time I'll do that. And then for once and for all, I'll finish off that series like I have to do, like I should do with Livewire. But that, as I say, is that. So yeah, for Avengers with so the reason why I got 2 Captain Marvel books is because this one I found out the hard way was actually volume 3 of the 2012 series, and the revamped series was what I showed off was volume 1, and that had 3 volumes. That was like just 3 volumes with the ongoing, no crossovers. But this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gonna read at least 2 issues per day. Yeah, 2 issues per day, because then it actually worked out perfectly, because I'll finish that. I'll probably just read it as is, and 15 and 16 I'll read on the last day. It's just the only issue that is after that was issue 17, and I'll just say screw it, or I'll read it on the Kindle. I don't know, not the Kindle, but elsewhere. But that, as I say, is that good amount of books, and I think that's it. I guess there's nothing else I can think of that I was gonna say. So I think we're done. Oh, I didn't, when I was going over my comic reviews this morning, I didn't do the out of 10 review. I had plenty of time to do that too. Yeah, the video was already 40 minutes, but it still seems more complete when I do that. Especially for a 40-minute video. Just going to the end and seeing what I had to say about the books and going out of 10 is a nice way of doing it. And the only ones I would have given below a 7 out of 10 was like the ones I absolutely hated. And I said that. That was Hellcat. What's the other one? Hellcat, Jonesy, Omni. I think it was just those 3. Yeah, Hellcat, Jonesy, Omni. I don't think there's any others. Here, I can check my thing. And you know what? For those of you guys, 'cause I have a picture here. For those of you guys who want to know, I will tell you right now. These are the ones that I've read before. I showed off. Not showed off. The ones that I reviewed this morning. As of Thursday morning, because I'm uploading this on I'm recording this on Thursday. I'm going to be uploading it either tomorrow or Saturday. Probably Saturday, because I plan on doing one final video for Omnibus Fridays. I might hold that off for a few weeks, though. So yeah, Scott Pilgrim Volume 3, I would give a 9 out of 10. Probably a 10 out of 10, honestly. Heart in a Box, I would give 6 out of 10. Omni, 2 out of 10. Rewild, I would give a 5 out of 10. Livewire Volume 2, 6.5 out of 10. Blink, 7.5 out of 10. Jonesy, 1 out of 10, honestly. There's nothing about that book. I liked it all. At least Omni had a couple of things I was interested in. Lumberjanes, I would give a 8.5 out of 10. Archie, 9 out of 10. Secret Event, and it's Lumberjanes Volume 2. And then Archie Volume 4, I give a 8.5 out of 10. Secret Avengers Volume 2 is a 8.5. Avengers Arena is an 8. And Volume 1 Avengers Arena. Volume 1 Patsy Walker, 2 out of 10. Captain Marvel Volume 2, I would give a 8 out of 10. West Coast Avengers, I would give a 7 out of 10. America Volume 2, I would give a 4 out of 10. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, I would give, that's Volume 2, I would give that a 8.5 out of 10. Nighthawk, 8.5 out of 10. Spider-Man Deadpool Volume, whatever it was before, at Volume 7 we're at right now. Can't see it. Whatever the previous volume was. I mean, just in general, I give it the same score of 8.5 out of 10. Spider-Man Complete Clone Saga Volume 3 does change. I would give that a 5 out of 10. That's changed, so. What I said. Doctor Strange Volume 1, 8 out of 10. Arkham Asylum, I would give a 9 out of 10. Batman Deathblow, 8 out of 10. Night of the Monster Man Batman, I would give a 6 out of 10. Batman I Am Suicide, I give a 7 out of 10. Gotham City Garage, a 6 out of 10. Wonder Woman War Torn, that's volume, whatever, the first volume of Murder Finch's run, I give it 9 out of 10. Gotham City Sirens, same, 9 out of 10. Harley Quinn by Carl Kessel, a 9 out of 10. Multiversity, a 7 out of 10. Walking Dead, a 10 out of 10. Slash Them All, I'll give a 7 out of 10. And then Wonder Woman Historia, I would give a 9 out of 10. So those of you who want to know from yesterday's video, there you go. I probably will hold off on the Omnibus Fridays. I have a lot to read for the next few weeks. For the next few days. Maybe it won't. It all depends on when I get finished today and I think I can manage after that. But that, as I said, is that. As I say, is that.